Hi, this is Jimmy from 1015 Studios, and today we have exciting news. And potentially, did we influence DJI to making this new drone that is called the DJI AVATA that we spoke about last September of 2021? Let's look at it. Back in September of 2021, we did a review on the DJI FPV drone. We said it was a nice drone for anybody to get into the FPV. However, in that review, we mentioned something that was going to be possibly carried on to what's called now the DJI AVATA. FPV drone, I want to get a Cinewhoop, right? Something small, tiny. And if DJI is watching this video, make a Cinewhoop, right? Make a tiny one that can go through little tiny crevices. And since if you already bought this one, right, the FPV, and you already have the goggles and the controller, all you need to buy that drone, you can just pair it to the connector, and you have this ecosystem of FPV drones that's through the DJI system, which would be really cool. So I'm hoping they do that. We said that the potential of the technology to be carried in specifically the gimbal in the front, be able to tilt the bit so it can change speed. The only thing that's missing here that is also potentially going to be used for the DJI AVATA is the motion controller. And at the time of that review, we said there'd be a good idea that potentially that DJI would use that technology that's already been developed for the FPV. Cinewhoop is different in that Cinewhoop allows you to fly similarly to FPV, but you do not have the ability to flip or to roll. Tesla recently did a video where the drone flies to the factory robots and there's robots doing work and everything like that, and it's all in one shot, one take. The other one that's been very popular and it's become almost, I want to say, famous now, is what they call the one-shot bowling alley, right? Whereas you have this drone starting from the outside of a bowling alley and it goes in as all these people are seemingly having a good time on a weekend, doing bowling, eating, drinking, and having a good time with other people. All that while the drone is flying in one shot. And it's very fascinating because you can see the editing that goes into it and all the coordination that's required in order to get that shot. And that is what this new Cinewhoop is that DJI is bringing to the market, because the Cinewhoop lacks some of the maneuverability of the FPV. However, the blades are fully ducted, meaning there's a full cover around it so that if it bumps into anything or hits anything, it can recover. And usually there's no damage to be done. With FPV, usually you hit something, the blades are messed up. At the very least, you have to replace them. Or if everything else happens, and you have to change out parts as well. So when I said that in my video to DJI, I said, hey, you know, it might be a really good idea to make a Cinewhoop, because for those reasons, being able to fly indoors and going out. I wasn't interested in doing flips and barrel rolls and stuff like that, but just the idea of being able to go into tight spaces and follow things and to create like a cinema type of look, but doing that all in one take smoothly was very attractive to me. And I believe that's what DJI is doing right now, is they want to go for that crowd. If you're thinking about getting this drone, you want to get to full FPV and do all the manual, this is not for you. However, if you're one of those people that sees those shots like the Tesla factory, like I mentioned, or the bowling alley, and you want to do something like that, this is what that drone is, the DJI AVATA is designed for. It's called the DJI AVATA or AVATA. We're not quite sure about how the proper way to pronounce it, but I'm sure you're going to find out in the next coming weeks, because the leaks are becoming more prevalent. At first they started really fuzzy, but now we're starting to get pictures very clearly of what this drone looks like now. So seemingly now there's very little details outside of some specs, pricing, and release, which I'll get into. So the when, I can almost guarantee is going to happen by no later than the end of August. There was rumors coming up and a lot of things started rolling that they were supposed to be released in July. However, manufacturing delays, if you look around with COVID, is still going on. So therefore, manufacturing delays has caused shortages and hardware such as microchips, computer hardware. And so these drones fell victim to that. So I believe that was supposed to happen in July and it got pushed back to where we're at right now. Pricing wise, this is a kind of a hard thing to say right now because of the markets and inflation and things are happening all around the world because of demand. I would say, to be safe, this is probably going to fall somewhere between 1,000 to 1,500. And the reason why I say what that, that's US dollars, that variance is because DJI likes to have different packages. I would say the highest package with the goggles, whatever controller you use, plus the interface, usually DJI calls that their Fly More combo. I don't know if they're going to sell it like that or they can sell it as an accessory. So I think there's somewhere between that at the high end, at the low end. If you already have things like the FPV goggles, or if you want to use the FPV controller, or if you have the motion controller, that could save you potentially some money. So then you just need to get the drone. It seems to be a significant upgrade in terms of the camera. One of the pictures saw, the camera looks pretty big. So I think they could possibly be using the camera from the Mini 3 or an upgrade from that. So it will definitely better for sure, because one of the main complaints about the FPV drone was a lot of people didn't like the camera, and so they were kind of putting on GoPros on the top with a mount and stuff like that. I don't like that because it throws off the balance of the drone. I understand you want to get better quality, so I suspect that DJI is going to include a camera that doesn't need you to put on an FPV or a GoPro type of situation. So basically you have one camera that you're flying off and one you're controlling. It'd be nice to just have one camera to do everything. So I suspect that they'll do that, but because of that, you might get an increase in the pricing of the drone. So that's my estimate of that. I myself, I'm greatly interested in it because of the things I've already said. I've kind of wanted it almost a year ago, roughly speaking. So having that capability to do something different is exciting to me. So I'm looking forward to it as well. If you're interested as well, leave a comment of this video and, what do you plan to do with it, et cetera, that type of thing. At some point, we will planning to do a giveaway. Maybe that one, maybe that one. I don't know yet. So, but keep an eye out on our channel. I know we haven't posted a lot of things there, but my hope is that we're going to start accelerating as we move forward to the end of the year about the videos that we're putting out and also the potential giveaways that we do. We'll do at least 2 giveaways before the end of the year. Some of them may be what you see here and some things you haven't seen yet. So keep an eye out. If you think it's worth for your time to check out our channel, leave a like, leave a comment, or potentially subscribe to our channel if you find it worthwhile. This is Jimmy from 1015 Studios. Take care and God bless you.